Hey, it's Dave. I'm back. Tonight I'm not going to talk about sports. I'm not going to talk about fantasy. Actually, I'm about to do a fantasy draft right after this, but I'm going to talk about 80s rock, which I love. UFO, Foghat, Rainbow, Deep Purple, Black Sabbath, Bon Jovi, Def Leppard. God, I loved them all. I still do. I still listen to it all the time. But what tonight I'm going to talk about is they're a modern band, but they came from the 80s and the 90s. They came from Danger Danger. They're called the Defiants. They really rock. The singer is Paul Lane, who replaced Ted Poley in 95. And if you ask Danger Danger fans which one you like better, it's pretty much 50-50. I happen to prefer Ted Poley, but I love what Paul Lane has done with the Defiants. Bruno Ravel was a longtime band member, bass, guitars, mostly bass. Rob Marcello played the last couple of albums with them. Van Romain was a drummer just for the Defiants, and he played the first and third album. And Steve West, who was from Danger Danger, in a lot of their albums, he was a drummer. He played in the middle album, the second album. So the first album came out in 2016. It's titled The Defiants. Bunch of good songs on there. Lovin' Bullets, When the Lights Go Down, Runaway, Save Me Tonight, We All Fall Down. I mean, it's a pretty solid album all the way around, but there's one song that's an amazing song, would have been a monstrous hit in the 80s, called Waiting on a Heartbreak. It just rocks. It's a great sound. I mean, there was never anything like this in the 80s. It's just one of my favorite songs of the modern era. Love it, and unfortunately they didn't do a video for it, so I'm gonna play a short portion of the song. It's great. I hope you love it. So here it goes.
Don't say you're not letting go. Don't say you can't stop. Don't say you just wait for the bomb to drop. 'Cause it ain't easy just to walk away and start all over again. Should I stay or should I leave? Tell me what you want from me. 'Cause we're waiting on a heartbreak. Yeah, we're living on the edge, taking chances on a heartache. 'Cause we can't let go of the life we had. Is our love another mistake? Is it worth another try? Tell me now before we both run out of time. 'Cause we're waiting on a heartbreak.
So what'd you think of that? I hope you all liked it. I think it's one of the best songs I've heard in the last 10 years or so. I love hearing it. Hadn't heard it in a while before tonight, and God, it's really good. Another song off the album that I'm going to play another clip of. It's called Runaway. It's a really good song. I mean, like I said, I don't think there's really a bad song on the album. But this is, maybe my second favorite. It's up there. It's a good clip. Let's see what you think.
Gone home for another day. I don't care anymore. You can't win a life with a losing score. Take a chance, or we won't feel alive. Girl, we gotta run away. Run away. Get out of this place. Run away. Run away, leaving no trace. Yeah, baby, me and you. Let's tell the world we're through.
That's a good song. The next album was 2019. Steve West replaced the drummer, Val Romain. It's another good album. It's good. I don't think it's as good as the first. I think the first is by far the best. But it's a really good album, and there were a couple of pretty decent songs on there. Hollywood in Headlights, You X'd My Heart, Hold On Tonight, but the song that's just a killer and pretty much as good as Waiting on a Heartbreak, it's called Falling For You. Another just good, hard rockin', great, vocals, playing, background vocals, just everything about it is so good. It just should be a monster hit, but U.S. radio sucks. It's been sucky forever. It's embarrassing. You have to go to Europe to see a good concert. Hey, look, you can see my cat in the background over there. Right back over there. There she is. There's Bosco. Say hi, Bosco. Anyways, I'm going to play a little clip of Fallen. Hope you enjoy it. I love this song.
I was heading down a dead-end road. In the mirror was my own reflection, telling me a better route alone. All I knew is there was someone for me, someone out there with a heart that beat like mine. Oh, you were the one I was dreaming about. I'm head over heels in the rain, no doubt. Girl, I can't help it. There's something in the air tonight. I just wanna tell you that my heart got nothing to hide. I can't hold back even if I tried. Tell me what I gotta do, 'cause girl, you got me falling for you. And there ain't no use. You got me falling for you.
So I forgot to mention the name of the album. It was called Zokusho. Crazy album. I don't know what the hell it means, but it's a good album. It's a real good album. And so then they came out with Drive in 2023, and it's a good album. I don't think it's as good as the first two, but again, everything on it's so good. They're such a good band. They rock. If you love 80s rock, where else are you going to find it? This is just really good, solid stuff. Some of the better songs are Night to Remember, Nothing's Gonna Stop Me Now, Love Doesn't Live Here Anymore. The first single was called 19 Summertime. It's a good song. It's kind of talking about yesteryear, playing albums, that kind of a thing, which is pretty cool because, I was brought up listening to albums, started listening to music in the, I was listening to music in the 60s, got my first stereo in the 70s, and God, I remember just my first turntable, and I had these huge Sherwin Vegas speakers, and you just loved rock. Went to a bunch of rock and roll shows, a billion of them. It's just the greatest thing in the world. I passed it on to my son. Like I said, he's 21. He loves it. He called me today and said, I was in a Iron Maiden mood. I'd never listened to some of their albums, and he, listened to a couple of them. He's like, God, they were so good. He's been to concerts with me. He went and saw MSG. He was 17 years old, and everyone's like, it was a 17 and older show, and everyone's like, how old are you? How do you know the lyrics to this? How do you know all this? He was with me and my best friend Matt and my brother Todd when we went and saw UFO 1 month before COVID shut down the U.S., and basically it was their 50th anniversary and final tour, and Phil had a heart attack the next year, so UFO is my favorite band, and to be able to see them was just absolutely amazing. But anyways, back to the Defiants. 19 Summertime is a really good song. I'm going to play a short clip of that, and then I'll finish things up. Hope you like it.
You've been gone, but if you wanna hit rewind, go back in time, rewrite a little history. Yeah, if you feel the same, don't put out that flame. Why don't you come and find your way back to me? When we were young, it felt like we were flying on a high, like we were drunk on sunshine.
that's what I have to say about the Defiants. If you like that kind of music, they're definitely worth. Hey Bosco, they're definitely worth listening to. Some great music, really good band. They great production. They know how to play their instruments. Who knows how many more albums they'll put out. They got to be getting up there a little bit. I'll be coming back with another band, in a day or so. I'll probably do something like Vega, which is, they're actually a newer band. Came out in, the 2000s. They have some great songs. They're actually my favorite of the new bands, especially, a band that nobody's probably ever heard of. And they weren't in a band before. This is, their first big band. So anyhow, hope you enjoyed the Defiants. I hope you start listening to this. There's a lot of music on. If you go to Frontiers Music, there's all these bands that I listen to. You can find them there on YouTube. God, the music's still great. It still rocks. There's not as much out there, but guys are still playing. Joe Lynn Turner's still out there, and the bands are still out there rocking. So give them a listen. Don't ever give up. If you like this video, please subscribe. And we'll see you next time. We'll be talking sports. Toodles!